The next one, which I really like, it's weird, is called I Like You, You're Weird.
I like
See what
this
I'm
one too.
talking
I really like this one too.
Yeah. All right, so let's look at the stats before anything. We got 10,000 items, a big collection size, guys. And the fact that a week ago, well, actually 9 days ago, they were able to mint out 10,000 is speaks volumes. 5.2, so 52% owner count, which is healthy. Not the best, but definitely not the worst. We always say anything over 45% is good, anything over 55% is great, and anything over 65% is almost unheard of. So they're on good. A good amount of ETH traded. These guys minted at 0.09. So they're currently sitting at two and a half, just under two and a half return. And then I hate OpenSea because I want to show you the art. Once we're waiting for that to reload, you can have a look here. So you've got your reveal, I'm assuming, was here or maybe there because of the volume there, maybe there, and it's bounced back really, really quickly. So you're always going to see your dip after reveal. 95% of the time, 98% of the time, you're going to see a dip. Even if the artwork is incredible, which I really do think this is, there's going to be people that just don't resonate with the NFT and sell it and end up buying another one in the same collection. But to see it jump straight after is always bullish. As we've been saying, everything seems to be a bit down today. Also, remember today's not finished, but everything seems to be a bit down today. And a lot of people were wanting liquidity today, and there was a lot of weird stuff happening. There were a lot of good deals. I do think that with this ape token drop or launch today, that you're going to see a pump tomorrow because people do have this ETH, and I do think this weekend is going to be decent. So I do think if you've been waiting to get into anything, this might be a good chance. What happens the week after that? I don't know. It might go straight back down to where it was a few days ago, and maybe even though this is a good time to buy from the next week perspective, is this a good time to buy from the next month perspective? No one really knows for sure. But yeah, definitely very interesting. So I just want to tell you a bit more about this project. So first of all, we have a lot of very notable people. So I've got a little hack here. Just for me, whenever I see more than 150 people that I'm following a project, then it
Good.
really piques my interest. Like really, anything under 50 and there's very little interest. Anything over 150 and it's bullish. It's almost like a 70% owner count, right? So that's just my own little that I've noticed looking at projects on Twitter. So that means to me that a lot of notable people are following this project and interested in this project. Now, again, with that said, even that hack for me, whatever that number is for you, it doesn't always work because certain projects will do a lot of Twitter whitelists, and they say in order to pre-mint and be on their whitelist, you have to be following their Twitter. So it could just be that there's a lot of whitelist hunters, and that's what they're looking for, right? But I do know after looking at this, I do see some names that only follow projects that are very, very bullish. Let's see if I can show you some art. Not yet. Let's see if I just want to show you because it's so
uh,
much better to see it
OpenSea is
here.
so broken.
Yeah, but as I always say, they're doing. Oh, there we go. They're doing a
There it
lot. I
is.
mean, there's so much going on the site.
It
So you
is
got
true.
this sort of character. I don't know the answer, but I would be very interested to know if there's any leaning right, because all of them are leaning left. And I'm sure if there is, then that one will be quite rare. But yeah, I mean, really cool art, vibrant colors. So this artist, Amber Parks, is very notable. She even did some work with Katy Perry and some big artists like that, music artists. But she's a very notable artist, and I'll show you her shortly. And then you got Mason, who's the founder. So let's just jump into his Twitter. And the interesting thing about Mason is that he actually had another collection on OpenSea called Meter Birkins. And it was like a handbag. I'll show you a picture. It was like a handbag design in different colors, and a handbag company came after him. And he ended up, really fighting and he was sort of the David Goliath story, and he got really well respected as a result of that whole saga that happened over there, because he wasn't blatantly copying anything, and it was almost like, a big brand really trying to bully him. You can see here, I mean, he's got 22,000 followers, been on Twitter since April 2009. So we know the founder, we know the artist, both of them notable in the space. And the interesting thing about Mason as well is that he's got currently he has a fashion boutique as well, an in real life fashion boutique. And if we jump onto their roadmap, which I'm going to have to go into their Discord to show you, they've got merch on their roadmap, and I'm imagining that it's not going to be typical merch. I really think that this could end up actually being a brand, a merch brand, because of his background in fashion, and his background in NFTs, and he's got this great artist, with him as a founder. I just think it makes perfect synergy and sense that this is going to end up, and everyone likes this art. This is going to end up potentially being, a brand, and that's going to deliver value to the holders. So yeah, I mean, they've got interesting stuff on. You can already see, the fashion side coming out in some of what they're talking about. They gave 100 of those chains away. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a decent assumption to make that this project is going to have some interesting curves. I think at a 0.22 buy-in after reveal is probably a good time to get in. And yeah, I don't think this is one that's going to become one Ethereum overnight. I don't. I think I can imagine it's sort of like pretend like market conditions were just normal. I can imagine it's sort of, slowly increasing. Slowly increasing. So if this is something that resonates with you, I would get into it. I did buy in pre-reveal, actually. I don't even know if I've seen what I got, because I just saw so many. Let's have a look. I just saw so many of my colleagues and whatever.
There it is.
There he is. And
That's
there's
pretty...
my pull. There's my drug receipt.
He looks
there's
rare.
my super ordinary villain. You see everything I told
that
you.
That looks rare, Philip. Is it
think?
rare? I don't know. He's got a gold jacket. Fuzzy head is in the
okay. The gold bomber, you're right. The gold bomber is 0.75. Something I have noticed though, unless you've got more than one trait, like a few traits under 1%, the overall rarity is not huge. But let's just check the floor price for gold bombers. 0. Yeah, I mean that's 50% above floor, right? So that's interesting. Yeah, and there's quite a big gap between this one and that one. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Very interested. I really like it. Let's make it a bit bigger. It's just so cool. Instead of just seeing, very trippy. That's exactly right. It reminds me of Peaceful Groupies, for all the OGs out there, that type of, acid trip vibe. But I just like that it's not a copy. I know, like, we've lowered the bar. If we know who the team is and it's not a copycat project derivative, then for me it's that's why
diving in head first.
That's why I got 300 NFTs, because I'm so excited. Right? But yeah, I mean, it's not pastel colors, so it's not a doodle knockoff. It's not a character that we've seen before. I mean, look, how many of these PFP art projects, are going to still be there in a year? No one knows. So that's why it's important to look at the team, which is what we've done. But there's definitely a lot going on here. 3,100 ETH traded on a 0.1 mint, which is very impressive in a very short amount of time, 9 days. Again, you are seeing above floor price trades, so 0.38, 0.35, 0.4 for the rares, 0.65, that's a top 2%, which is always a bullish sign. So yeah, I'm quite positive on this one. I haven't been tempted to sell. I didn't even know that he revealed, to be honest, until I looked into it today. But yeah, I do think that it's one to keep on your radar, and I think it's got potential, good potential.
I really like it, for sure.
Yeah, I like it. It's weird.
I like it. It's weird.